Welcome back to Newbie Farm on the 24-day challenge. I think I got it right for once. Again, I'm doing the voiceover after the event. I've done quite a bit of cutting on this. This is only 1 day, by the way. This instead of the normal 2 days I've been doing. I've made a couple of changes, and one of them I got them to forget what the number is, but it's the earlier Massey combine, which is doing the rounds at the moment. I brought that in. Not a brilliant model. The lights, you can't seem to switch the lights off, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. I brought that in rather than the one I had. I'm doing a few jump cuts or cut jumps or whatever they call them. I don't know all these technical terms. Now Jack, he had a late night, so I said I'd finish the ploughing off for him, and that's what we're about to do. I'm going to start, cut again, and we'll go on to the next bit. So there's only one done. There's quite a bit going to be done. I have made a second change, but we'll come to that later when we get to it. I have corrected the cash so it's back to where it should be, because the combine I got is a lot cheaper than the sale price of the one what we got rid of. So I had to give back quite a bit of money. But I checked it before I'd done the deal, and checked it again afterwards and put it right. I know I don't expect anybody to believe that, but there it is. As you see, this corner here did not go very well for hard help, and I decided that I'm going to go on to coarse plate to do most of my field work now. It's slightly better for this smaller equipment, it seems, and we'll find out anyway. Now, I keep going on about the number of people, and there was, I think the name's gone again. There is another member of the video and community who's doing this 24-day challenge, but this guy, I should have made a note of it, but there we go. Again, I never do. As you see, I've got the bale auto stacker there, because I want to pick those silage bales that we made last time. Well, because we're using seasons, they're not made yet. It takes a little while for them to become silage. They're not instantly. And we jump to just at the end of the ploughing. Well, down this end there's a bit what was missed at the other end at the start of this field. I'm getting a stutter now. All these focal ticks. And this is a lovely little challenge. I must say I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying too being one of the few using the small equipment. And not a JCB in sight, you notice that? I think I turn into here, yeah, because there's 2 rows, somehow got missed here. Well, the first one got missed for some reason, and it started off at the same point, going back again. Don't ask me why, I have no idea, but hard work seems to have it's better than it's ever been. Not that I've used it much on 13 and 15, but still not very good. And I'm trying hard not to go through the hedge. So we're now going to drive back to the farm with this. Pick up the plough, give Jack a shout and tell him it's time we got out of bed. It's now come to 8:30. The time flies. So I made a start around 6 o'clock. Picked up the eggs. And I'll pick them up morning and night. Now whilst I can. And I'm going to do. And I was just quick word on the timing or how many days in each episode. Depends what goes on, I think. I'm not going to say there's going to be 2 days in each episode, or 1 day, or half a day in each episode. If it's a busy day, there may only be half a day in an episode. If it's a quiet day, I may even have a day where I don't bother to video. I shall take it as it comes. Now, we're now going to fly down and I just check through that it is indeed. I couldn't remember at that point whether I'd bought this thing and I'd set this all up and clean forgot what I'd done. So we're now going to just fly down to fly, he says, go quite quickly down towards the store. And by the way, the cultivator needs 88 brake horse, and this thing with the most powerful engine just pushes out 88 brake horse, so it's going to be at its limit. And this is the cultivator, a bit wider, and it's got folding wings, which means it's going to be easier to cart about. Still use manual attachments. I think this is far better the way it's got it now on 17 than it was on 15. And I just decided I'm going to miss running all the way back, so we jump back to the field. Now I find out the course I'd already set for this. I made a course, and we go and get Jack running on the course, and can't see why Jack, oh Jackie, looks like Jack, but very short bits just here. Yeah, it is a Jack. Looking a bit older now. In fact, I have him in my mind. Just checking through all the settings are right. And it's away now. Well, my little secret, I had a few fun and games with getting that sort of set up. I had an offset on the tractor, and I forgot that I had one, and it took me a while to figure out why it wasn't running correctly on the course. I was getting big gaps, but 2.5 metre offset sort of answered why. You know, we're back to collecting the bales. In that nice little wrapper. As I was saying, these will not be silage. I think it's 3 days it takes, or a certain percentage of the season it takes now for them to change from grass to silage. So these are still grass bales, but wrapped. Unwrap this thing and hope I don't collect the tree. I believe I do slightly, but it doesn't really notice. And we go ahead and collect these up. I think we've got another. I think I did a part of these and I jump cut again. This is what Daggerwind call them, these cuts on the fly. I'm just doing it because it saves having to watch the same thing all the time. You missed that one. I just did not get round in time, so I decided I'm going to leave that for now. I can't see with the size screen I got how many we got on there, but we must be getting full by now. You can probably see better than I can. I'm looking at it from about a 5x3 screen size. As I'm doing this commentary, I quite often do it on a full screen, but I just had Vegas crash on me as I was trying to do this first time, so we're going at it again. And we jump back into the yard to drop these off, and I decided to these are silage and they're wrapped, they can stay outside, they will come to no harm whatsoever. So very carefully we back up. Seem to be doing rather more reverse than I would like to, and we now set up to start to offload them. back it in a bit just to get them out of the way of it, so we don't hit them by accident. And I wasn't certain when I chance to go forward if I knocked some of those off the heap, but I hadn't. They're all up there. Well, they will be knocked up anyway because I can't reach with the front loader to the top. Now we got to put this away, and I don't think I'll bore you with my efforts to get stuff away. Although this went back okay, it was the next implement I didn't want to go back very well. Yeah, this went back first time. I haven't cut it. Here you're seeing all the secrets of what goes on in the background on these things. Now, I checked already, and there was some stuff needs cleaning up outside here. But I think before I do that, I'm going to go back and pick up the other bar. I'm going to use the fork grabs rather than to spike the bile. Let's try and do it correctly. I hope you're impressed. And we jump cut to just to when we're going to pick the bile up. And so far this is going quite well. Forget how many days we're in now, and I cannot for the life of me see it on that screen. But we're still, I think, only mid-spring, so we've got a long way to go yet. And I'm one of the slowest on this, so I think most people are ahead of me. And they're going to be done way before I am. So it might be a good idea to actually see where I'm going, so I drop the bile down a bit. If you watch that bile carefully, you can see it actually sliding down the grab. And this is the CSZ pack bile grab. CSZ stuff works fairly well. And so it's going to be quick to go the back way, but a little bit bumpier, and see the bile it's disappearing slowly. I mean, I'm no race back to try and get back before it falls out completely. Now, I'm going to, out those two fields we got there, 6 and 7. 6 is, it's the one closest to the river. That's going for grass. And I'm getting that one ready first because I'm going to sow grass in there. Whether I do much to sowing or Jack does it, I think I'm going to probably start it and finish it off with Jack. And if I start it, it will mean having to use hired help. And we come around here, we see we've got quite a bit of muck or mess down there. And I'm not going to use the table manners mod. I think that's just one thing too far. And we just managed to get the bile back. I'm going to knock all those down before we're done, I bet. I'm ignoring the beacons on these, by the way. Chance are when this is set in the 80s, there's a good chance there wouldn't have been so many beacons about, not on all tractors. Well, we get rid of those forks. I think we might pick up the spikes next, the bale forks. Oh, but no, before we pick that up, I will be cleaning up this shed, I think. Yeah, so I have a look there, and I think I finally decided enough is enough, that better clean up. So we get the wheel on a stick. it works. There is such a thing as far as I'm aware, but and it worked actually by sweeping it back into the hopper. It wouldn't work on these raised hoppers, so I wouldn't have thought. I could be wrong. And if you know different, let me know. And I decided to come out of cab here because you cannot see. And I'm seriously now thinking about putting the normal tyres back on this. And actually swapping between the two. I will have to get the toolbox when it's bored up. Now I decided to cut there. Yes, you've seen me clean that hundreds of times, so I cut the rest of that out. And now we're going to use the mix feeder. Yes, this is not what you'd expect on the farm from the 80s. But it's the only way I got to give them TMR. And they do need TMR because it starts to rain now. Now, if I was playing really realistically, I'd leave this under cover to fill up, but shall we just say the canopy goes out as far as the shadow, and agree with that. And I was out of shadow there, and that doesn't work either. I'd taken the bale spike off what was I doing. Now, I had a little bit of heap I wanted to clear with the bucket at the end, so I changed them back again. And so far we have uploaded. I've gone to the shop. I've collected eggs. I've set up the cultivator. We cleaned the animals, and we know about to feed them properly. And now we've got this little indicator on the bottom of how the fork is set. It's a lot easier stabbing stuff with standard equipment or standard type equipment. Not having to use the CSZ stuff. Now we are a bit short of straw now, as you can see, so we drop that in, so it go down, and there it goes. Magic. Oh yes, there was one thing I was going to say. A lot of people wondering why, if soil mods are going to come out for 17. Don't look like it, but more and more of similar elements to soil mod are being added to seasons. It's beginning to become almost a game in itself, seasons now. And to get back to what we're doing here, another bale. And I'll leave Jack out there. If he's going to be out half the night, he can stay out in the rain. If I've got 2 years, oh my hard man. We can only just reach over the top of this, but I got the first bit in. But I decided I'd put a wonderful mix of this stuff just so we can keep going. Possibly I should have put the straw in last, just in case it couldn't took it all. But I've been assured they are full size now. The early Keenans I don't think were the ones first made for FS17. I seem to remember you couldn't get 3 full bales in it quite. I mean, if you start with straw, you had too much straw in the thing. Now we've got a little bit of problem that doesn't want to let go at first, but we force it in the end. And you'll be driving back and leaving it behind and almost tipping the whole thing over. We just need the silage now. And I believe we actually need silage in the feeding trough. Again, I'm gonna recommend this map. There's a newbie farm by Cavalier Roy. Now, I've altered it very, very slightly. I've just taken the seed and fertiliser and fuel off the farm. I like playing without them on the farm. I like having to go and collect them and that type of thing. So I've set this map to how I like to play. But it's a very fine map indeed. And we just have a look and see, and you can see we need both TMR and silage in there now. The sensible thing is to go and get the silage first. And for once, I do the sensible thing. Now, we may have to buy some more bales, I'm not certain yet. Whether the silage bales we've got there are going to be ready in time. We've only got 2 left of the original 8 we bought, and we need some grass to grow quick. We may have to go down to the south of the farm, and it's a field 4 or 20, I can't remember now, 20 I think, and we may have to go down to the south and just mow that to get some more silage bales. And I have got to plough that field, I think it's field 4 up this end of the map, to be able to put fertiliser on and get the best out of the... look at that, well, I'm actually getting very safety conscious. I didn't realise I did that. I'd automatically gone and took the bale spokes off so I couldn't stab anybody with them. Oh, I am a good boy. If we now come in, back on again, and now we're going to go and feed the cattle. And they should stay now for another couple of days. And we can do the whole thing again. Just trying to remember like hell which side the spout's on for this thing. I looked and I clean gone again, I can't remember. It's the only thing about this, it's the one side only. Hasn't got the switchable sides for doing this with. No, I decided I'm not going to turn around like that, so I'm going to have to back, do a 3-pointer. Because there's times after you've done this you suddenly realise the loading spout's on the other side, but not this time. Even I'm not as big a fool as that. We shove it in, let's fill them up, and we have a look, and you see they're not too bad. A little bit of water and they'll be fine again. And I do need some more cattle, but we should be getting cattle in the summer anyway. They should be breeding. And about now I decide that yes, we're full. It doesn't want any more. And this is the one that's a real bag. I could not get this to go back, so I think I cut most of the back, and it will look very slick by backing in here. Very slick indeed. Look, let's just might start, and look at that, we're in. How about that? I bet you wish you could back like that. And now we leave the tractor here under cover, but just away from the mix feeder, so I don't think I'm connected to it. And I should be doing some heavy breathing here as I'm running across the farm to pick up. I think this is a lovely colour. I think this is a lovely... I'm not colour blind. This is a gorgeous colour. Let's pick up. What's wrong with pink? Now filled up with water. Yes, it was Dirty Tractor Doctor had a little go at my colour choice for this. Why'd I had to go about him complaining on wonders about the small equipment. We're all good friends, by the way. Yes. I haven't actually washed anything yet, and I think I've got the dirty rain on here. At least I hope so. If I haven't, I'm going to have to put that into the mod folder. I wasn't certain about that when I first saw it, but I'm using it more and more now. I like the way that when it rains, my stuff doesn't automatically get clean. Now we just fill up the water tank again, and I like the fact that this again has the automatic wipers. I have no idea how they do it. I am no modder. I can bodge things a bit. I decided I better just come out of couch with this back because I can't see past the tank. I don't want to put it back. I just want drop the tank off. I'm back to the farm again. I think I'm not going to have enough seed to get us through. We're going to need quite a bit to do the grass. Yeah, what is wrong with the colour? Look, it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. No taste, some people. Another jump cut and to the farm. Now I do a little bit of cheating here. I manually chuck these on. I'm working on the principle at the shop. They have something to load for us. Just checking what we've got, and I have a look at those. They're cheaper, but a bit more awkward to store, I think. They're bigger when they fall over. Great idea, but I actually prefer these. 2 boxes of seed, or 2 pallets of seed. I do. Now I think about fertiliser and decide against. Now I strain myself to the utmost. God, can you hear me? Superman has nothing on me. Other superheroes are available and much more preferable. I try and get myself fairly squared onto this, which is something I keep forgetting to do when I'm doing other work, loading things on to trailers and that. I try and get over there, drop that. Don't get close enough to actually get the straps. You know, not dead on, but that'll do. It's close enough, boy. Close enough. Now we get the straps on, and we're ready. 2 more bags of seed. And what we don't use this year, we can use next. And Jack's finished cultivating that. It's a boot having a 4.5 metre cultivator instead of 2.5. And I think we're getting to the near the end point of this one now. I stop off here. I do no jump cut to get back here. He's finished. Take over, and we get him set up to do the other one. Now, part of this has been cultivated, but I decided I might as well start again and do the whole thing on his head. Started with the other smaller cultivator, if you remember, then went on to get the 6 done. Decide that's more important, and this is one of the reasons I like using course play. Now it's the auto. Now I overlooked. See, I've got a course here. No, I haven't. So this is brilliant. Yeah, the course generator. You still set up your headlands as you want. Decide just to go with 2 here. And save it. so if I need it again, it's there. I'm a tree. This tractor's been used rather a lot. The pit's not slightly more powerful. You know, just under 100 brakes would be nice on it. But even 88 is worthwhile. And we're probably using the same engine for 88 horse as the wheeled version is using for 93 horse. Because you do have a little bit more drag on everything on here. Now we set off jack, and I'm not certain that this hasn't turned into Jackie. I'm not going to look. As has been said, whatever he or she does on his or her days off and nights, it's nothing to do with me. Now that's the beauty of having a pink pickup. You can pick that from almost miles away. You get too easily caught with your normal stuff. Right, we just take this back. I manually unload them because I couldn't be bothered to go and get the tractor. Sorry about that. Not terribly realistic, but I pull them off the trailer, off the pickup. You believe that? You believe anything? I may, when I can afford it, get the Massey seeder for this farm. But I'm going to do one of these two fields with the Hassia, and I will be doing some of it, and course play some I would have thought, or hired help some. And we got the things here, so we sit there contemplating the world. I think seeing whether there was a automatic tipping unit, but I think as we didn't put them on using it, it's not going to work. So we pull it back. Whoa, whoa, oh, and we drop it down. Species is on my back. Species is a lot better at doing those sound effects than I am. And with that done, it's almost time to finish, so I'm gonna do my wind down now. I'm gonna say thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please consider leaving a like. Join PCSG to keep abreast of the 24-hour challenge, especially those that are doing it who haven't got a YouTube channel and are doing it as blogs and diary entries, and there's quite a few of those, and they are really worth reading. There's some excellent stories in there. Yes, if you join PCSG, go to the club stage setting, look for the 24-day settings for the club, or the 24-day club. Join that. Bob's your uncle, and you can keep up to date with them. I'm afraid I'm rather lax in posting on there, as I'm doing most of mine video. I should do both, but I'm just too damn lazy. And time to collect some more eggs again, and it's starting to get dark. It's now 7 o'clock. So we've been going for 13 hours on this day. And we've done a bit of everything, and we're an egg short somewhere. Egg short of a clutch. Well, some people say I'm a sandwich short of a picnic. Anyway, yes, after the advert for PCSG, if you're not a subscriber and you wish to see more, please subscribe. You'll be notified whenever I've got a video up, which is 5 days a week at the moment. Sometimes there's one over the weekend, but that's not a given. Any comments, questions or queries, feel free to post them. Always happy to see such things, and I try and answer every one. And with that, it's me saying cheerio for now. Cheerio.